Hello and welcome to the 3-part breath practice. Settle yourself down comfortably on the floor or even in bed, just making sure that you've got some support underneath your knees and a small cushion or half yoga block underneath your head. Make sure you'll stay warm enough during the practice, so you might want to have a blanket over you. Just have everything you need to feel comfy and relaxed, lying on the floor. Now bring your hands to your lower belly, just below your navel. So your hands spread and relax onto your belly without touching each finger or thumb. Just allow the hands to really relax and the elbows to drop out to the sides. And begin to become aware of your breath moving down towards your hands. Allow the warmth of your hands and the weight of your hands to be a place to breathe into. Feel the gentle rise of your hands as you inhale and the gentle fall of your hands sinking back towards the back of the abdomen as you exhale. Notice this soft and subtle rhythm, and it may be happening, or it may be quite still. And if it feels as if your belly is not moving with the breath, that's okay. Just keep your attention on your hands and the softening of the muscles underneath your hands. Just allow your belly to soften and release, and particularly allow your belly to let go with the inhalation. Let it become expansive and broad and wide and relaxed. And notice on the exhalation the belly draws back and down and maybe even strengthens a little at the end of the exhalation. Just notice this gentle rhythm and take it in your own breath rhythm, your own time. Encourage your breath to be as smooth and fine and long as possible, as long as is comfortable for you. And let there be no kind of breath holding, so no pauses at the end of the inhale or the exhale. Let each new inhale or exhale flow naturally from the previous. Always reaching your awareness down towards the lower belly, imagining the breath flowing there. And of course, the air isn't flowing down into our bellies. It's the diaphragm moving down into our bellies to accommodate more air in the lungs, and it presses and massages onto the abdominal organs, giving rise to the belly rising. And as you exhale, the diaphragm moves up and back underneath the rib cage and pushes on the base of the lungs to help push the air out, and our belly will scoop in and down in this situation. So just see what you feel. Notice if you can get even a little glimmer of rising and falling in your abdomen, or notice if it's very easy for you to breathe in this way. Some people find it very easy. So if you find it easy to inhale and let your belly rise, then maybe your focus would be on the exhale and the belly drawing back and down, and engaging with the strengthening layers of muscles and fascia, strengthening and engaging on that exhalation. Bring your focus there. Allow the full release of the abdominal muscles when you inhale, and the engaging and drawing in and down when you exhale. And really enjoy the process. Something that's also important to know is when we're doing our breath practice most of the time, for these 3-part breaths, all of the time, we're breathing in and out of the nose. No mouth breathing. Just let the breath move in like a thin, fine stream of air, moving in towards the belly as you inhale, and exhaling up and away from the belly and out through the nose. Establish a gentle, comfortable rhythm. And remember, there's no need to make a big breath, a loud breath, or to take in a lot of air. It's actually not helpful for your body to take in a lot of air. So the breath can be long, but a small, fine stream of air moving in and out, like a thread of air. It can also feel like a mist. So it's very subtle and very soft. But your inner awareness is right there with the diaphragm moving. See if you can sense the muscles of the diaphragm moving down into the belly and then up underneath the lungs, like a doming upwards, and then a billowing out downwards as you inhale, a doming upwards as you exhale. You can also imagine breathing into your abdomen, into your abdominal organs or your pelvic organs. Just sending some positive energy there with your thinking and your awareness. Sending prana there into your digestive system, your reproductive system. And seeing if you can sense the effect of your breathing all the way down to your pelvic floor, which widens as your diaphragm moves downwards and draws in and up as your diaphragm moves upwards. So it kind of mirrors, kind of dances with the diaphragm and does the same thing, billowing downwards and outwards as you inhale, and the pelvic floor drawing in and upwards as you exhale. See if you can notice this process. Having your knees bent will help you to feel this more clearly with your feet on the floor. Okay, now move your hands and take your hands to your side ribs. So it's literally on the side of your rib cage, not on the front. And again, spread your hands out wide, spread your fingers out wide so you can really feel the ribs underneath your hands. And as you inhale, see if you can feel the ribs expanding out to the sides. And as you exhale, you can give a gentle push into those into the rib cage area. You'll feel the ribs slightly draw in towards each other as you push. And the next inhale, expand out into your hands where you were pushing before. The gentle push on the exhale just gives your brain the idea of what to do, how to breathe into your rib cage, because often we have forgotten how to do this. And the area we're breathing into is our lower rib cage. Just feel the lower circles of ribs billowing out, widening out to the sides as you inhale, and gently encourage them to draw in towards each other as you exhale. Breathe towards your hands and feel that actually you can get a really deep breath here in your lungs. It doesn't have to be a big breath, but it's a breath that goes down deeply. And you can get a really deep breath here in your lungs without moving your abdomen so much. So your diaphragm is moving here, but it's moving much more subtly. It might be stretching outwards more than billowing downwards. Just feel this breath and notice how you feel when you're breathing in this way. You might feel a little bit more alert, awake, or positive. It's really encouraging the breathing to go deep, but not necessarily these big, huffy, puffy breaths. It's quiet breathing, soft breathing, regular, steady, and calm. Okay, now shifting your hands up onto your breastbone, your sternum, that bony plate just below your collarbones. Bring your awareness there, bring the warmth of your hands there, and imagine here that you're breathing into your heart, which is nestled in between your lungs. Imagine each inhalation is going straight to bathing and caressing that heart, the organ nestled in between the lungs. You can imagine breathing into the heart itself or breathing around the heart. Around the heart there's a sac called the pericardium, the heart protector. You can imagine breathing into this sac, around the heart, into the back of the heart, the sides of the heart, the front of the heart, and the bottom and the top of the heart. Feel the expansion you can create here in your chest and across your collarbones, maybe all the way into your shoulders, as you imagine this breath going into your heart, into the top of your lungs. And notice how your chest lifts slightly up towards your chin with each inhalation and rests back down and away with each exhalation. It's a gentle kind of seesawing action, a lifting and a lowering. And notice when you inhale and the chest lifts that the back of the neck is lengthening, softening, letting go. Really enjoy the breathing into your heart, and to connect more deeply into your heart center, you might think of someone who you really love. A friend, a pet, a partner, a child. Even someone who you don't know or who you really admire, who inspires you. Breathe while thinking about this person who you hold dear. Notice if there's any change in the energy of your heart. Feel the expansion and the broadening and the widening. And enjoy the process of breathing. Steady, smooth, calm breaths. A thin thread of air moving in through the nose and out through the nose, with no pauses. Comfortable, easy breathing. Just really feel the space you can create in your shoulders, in your upper chest, underneath your collarbones, and in the very front of your heart, of your chest. Feel that openness and that spaciousness. You might also want to feel open and spacious in the back of the heart, in between your shoulder blades. Create space here, create openness, warmth, and cultivate here the feelings of loving kindness, warmth, generosity, gratitude. It's really warm and loving feelings that the heart loves to bathe in. Okay, and then lastly, bringing your hands over your eyes. And this is not part of the 3-part breath, but something I like to add because we're so often staring at screens on our phones, on our computers these days. It's good to give our eyes a rest and our brain a rest. So bring your hands over your eyes so the heels of your hands are resting on your cheekbones. The very center of your palm is over your eyeballs with your eyes closed. The thumbs are around the temples and the fingers may be up in your hairline. So the fingers rest on the forehead. Feel the brain can rest and relax backwards. The eyes can rest and relax backwards. Notice the muscles around the eyes soothing and softening and letting go. Just allow the warmth of the hands to ease and release those hard-working muscles in the back of the eye and around the eye. And have this sense of the brain, the busyness in the front of the brain, just quietening down, calming down. So that you could drop in towards the center of the brain and the back of the brain. Let your breath be however it is, but take some note as to where you're breathing when you're not thinking about it so much. Are you breathing into your belly, into your chest, into your ribs? Are you mouth breathing? Have you started to pause in your breath? And can you cultivate that smooth, fine, easy breathing, whether it's into your chest or your belly? Cultivating this steady, smooth, comfortable, as long as you can possibly breathe for the inhale and the exhale in a comfortable way. Just lengthen it comfortably. And get used to aiming for about 4, 5 or 6 seconds to inhale, 5 or 6 seconds to exhale. And if that seems very long, then don't worry, do what you can. And if that seems very short, then don't worry, you can breathe for a bit longer. Just let your mind settle on your breath and be really thankful for each new breath. Feel and experience the energy of the inhale, the energy of the exhale, and really enjoy the sensation of your whole body breathing. Really enjoy the experience of the inhale with its rush of new life and energy, and the experience of the exhale with a sense of letting go, softening and relaxing. And you can continue to breathe here for as long as you like. Maybe take your hands off of your eyes. Rest your hands back on your chest or your belly. And continue your breath practice. or finish if you like. Namaste.